Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound and welcome to this tag video. It is a title that has been done a few times in the past. This particular version was started by the Nail Niche recently and I will put her original video in the description bar below. Moving on to the first question, how many polishes do you currently have in your collection? Well, at the start of the year I had 933, that includes absolutely everything including top and base coat, special effects polishes, stamping polishes and gels. During the year I have so far bought or been given 88 polishes and I have destashed or finished 139. So that means I have 882 approximately in my collection at the moment. I do intend at the end of the year to create a spreadsheet with everything categorised, and I know exactly how many top coats and base coats and special effects and everything else that I do have. Question 2 is, are you guilty of buying polishes and not swatching them for months? Well, I am a lot better at this than I used to be. I have taken to leaving them out on my desk until I've worn them. Sometimes I do buy things though that are suited to particular seasons, and I buy them out of season in destashes, so they will wait around to be worn until the season comes around again. These are the ones that I have out at the moment, but I might have others that were put away before I started doing this in my collection. Question 3 is, do you break your no-buy often? Well, I tried doing a no-buy in 2019. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know how badly that went. And in 2019, my no-buy year, I actually purchased 92 polishes. So since then, I've been trying doing a low buy, and that's been a bit more successful, with 52 polishes purchased last year. And this year so far, I have purchased 55. I try to be a little bit more mindful about purchasing polish these days, and I have some rules that help me with that, and the most useful one is having to destash 2 polishes for every one that I buy. That really makes me stop and think before I go ahead and buy something. Question 4 is, do you have trouble destashing your polishes? I don't do too badly with my destashes, although I know people who are a lot more ruthless. And the ways that I destash is that I check for dupes in my collection. When I wear something, I ask myself if I really love it, and then I ask if I have a friend who would love it more than me. And if the answer to 2 is I like it but I don't really love it, and the answer to 3 is yes, I know someone who would love it more than me, then you will receive these polishes if you're a friend of mine in nail mail. Some of my destashes I do try and sell, and I use the proceeds from this towards buying new polishes. And these are the polishes that are in my destash boxes at the moment. Question 5 is, what do you think about going cruelty free? And this is something that I have been trying to do over the last couple of years with both my nail polish and my makeup purchases. But I do already have a number of polishes and some makeup in my collection that are not cruelty free, but I am going to use those up rather than just dispose of them. Question 6 is, what is the first thing you look for in a polish before purchasing? Well, the first thing that I look for is whether I love the polish. The second thing would be, do I already have any dupes for it in my collection? And third question is, will I actually really wear it? There are some really pretty and unique polishes out there that I will probably never wear, or wear maybe once, and I'm trying not to buy those polishes anymore. Question 7 is, have you ever had a nail polish break in transit to you? I'm very lucky that I haven't had a complete bottle smash. I've had a few that have leaked a tiny bit, and I have had one, this was Model's Own Duck, that came with a broken cap. I don't know if this was in transit or if it was before it was sent out, but I did put all of the polish from that bottle into a spare bottle that I had and managed to save that polish. Question 8 is, when your nails break, do you trim the rest down? My general answer to this is I usually do, and I've recently had a break which has meant that my nails have gone from this length to this length. And I will normally trim them all to match so long as the break isn't too close to the nail bed, and my nails do grow really quickly anyway. I don't really like having nails of different lengths, especially on the same hand. If I do have a break that is close to the nail bed and it's able to be repaired, I will normally try and repair it with the Orally Rescue Kit, at least until it grows out far enough that I can file the rest down without them being super short. The first thing you do is put the nail glue on, and then you dip your finger into the powder. And then after that, you buff the surface down a bit so that it's nice and smooth and not too bulky. I did this summer with a really nasty break, and it worked really well. I had to redo it a couple of times until the nail grew out, but it normally survives removal of polish for at least 2 or 3 polish applications. With a normal polish remover, I don't know about with acetone. Question 9. Do you buy a whole collection even if you don't like all the colours, just to have it complete? I don't normally buy full collections, and I wouldn't normally buy one just to get the full collection when I don't like all the colours, but there is an exception to this rule. So here's an example. The Wonderlust collection from Cuccio was much cheaper if you bought the whole lot together, so I purchased the whole collection and then destashed the ones that I wasn't so fond of. And the second part of that question was, do you buy a whole collection just to have it complete? And I have recently destashed polishes from complete collections. Didn't used to do that, but I have started doing it now. The one exception to the rule that I will not destash any of the polishes from are the collections I have from Hollow Taco that come in the limited edition collector's boxes. And for example, in this collection from earlier in the year, I would not have purchased the green and the yellow polish. But now that I have them in that collector's box, I will be keeping them. I'll probably use them for some nail art anyway, but I wouldn't wear them as a full manicure. And I wouldn't have gone out of my way to buy them if they hadn't have been in the collector's box. And the final question in this tag is, if a polish name is a bit off, would you still purchase it? Depends really on what type of off it is. If it was something really offensive or offensive to a lot of people, I wouldn't buy that polish. I personally don't mind if there's a swear word in it, so long as that swear word isn't one that is offensive. I would probably buy that polish. But I wouldn't knowingly go out and buy a polish that might be offensive to people. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and maybe you'd like to see some of my other tag videos. And don't forget to let me know if you do this tag video yourself, and I can add you to the list in my description bar.